Can you just go ahead and introduce yourself and also just tell us what you do?
Sure. So my name is Katie Kirksey, and I'm a commercial real estate paralegal here at Morton Gettys. So I assist with all types of commercial real estate transactions, pretty much from start to finish. And that would include reviewing title reports, ordering title searches, working with our abstractors all over the state. And we work in South Carolina and North Carolina, so it's definitely a lot of different places and counties that we are working in. We also conduct the closings and act as a closing agent on many files for purchases. And so there's lots of money that we're handling and involved with, and I'm responsible for helping to receive in any incoming funds and also dispersing the files after the closing. I assist with getting the documents for closing recorded, and also issuing our title insurance policies for our closings. Also help a little bit with corporate work for the firm as well. And I guess that's probably about sums it up a little bit.
Okay. And how did you get into this field?
Kind of fell into it a little bit. It wasn't anything that I expected to do. I was interested a little bit in law. My minor in college was criminal justice, and so I actually started here at the front desk as a legal secretary, and then just kind of moved up from there. Started at first with helping a little bit in our commercial real estate department, and then eventually was promoted up to a paralegal. And when I first started here, if you'd asked me out of all the departments which one would I have wanted to do the least, I probably would have said commercial real estate, but I actually really like it, and I think it's great how it all worked out, because it's been something that every closing's different. I'm never bored. We are always busy. There's always stuff to do, and I really, really like that. And I like that it's different, and though it can be challenging with that, it's still, for some reason, it makes me happy. So I'm thankful.
What type of education and skills do you need to be a paralegal?
Sure. So I think most places would recommend and prefer a 4-year degree. I know I have a bachelor's degree from Appalachian State University, and I majored in communication. But I think that with holding that, a lot of places will train you in-house and kind of give you all the tools that you need. There are programs out there that you can have to become a certified paralegal. And that's, of course, a great idea if you're wanting to know more about the field. Skills, especially probably for what I do, would be to be very detail-oriented. That's something that's very sought after and something that you want to be able to do, as well as to communicate well with others, not only the attorneys and other people in the field that you're going to be working with, but with clients that call in. I'm usually one of the ones that would kind of field those calls and talk to them and see if it's something we'd be able to help them with or not, or maybe hopefully point them in the right direction of someone that can.
What are some pros and cons of your job?
Sure. The pros of my job would be that it is ever changing, and it does remain even to this day to be challenging, which I enjoy, because I feel like if I'm at work, I want to be busy. I want to be actively engaged in doing things. I don't want to just be sitting there twiddling my thumbs. I would also say that, especially here at Morton Gettys, we're really a work family. I never dread coming to work. I enjoy the people I work with, and I enjoy how much that they want to encourage us to have a good family home life still. So that's very important to me, and it's been a really, really great thing. One of the cons, probably especially for commercial real estate, is that we are always busy. So that does, especially around holidays and things like that, or even during COVID or anything, like, we really don't stop. It is just constant. And so at times that can be a little bit challenging, but overall I would say that it's still probably more of a good thing.
What are the different areas of law that a paralegal can go into?
Sure. So outside of real estate, which there is also residential real estate, which is quite different than commercial, but there's also civil litigation, there's employment law, there's criminal defense, family law as well. I think that one can be a little bit more emotionally taxing for sure. And also, let's see, there's estate planning and estate administration as well. So and I know that there's probably a ton more areas, but I know that that's just what I've seen and know about here at Morton Gettys.
So what is the average salary that a paralegal can make?
Sure. So from what I understand, I think starting salaries are usually between 30 and 35 a year, but the sky can be the limit, especially depending on where you live. I've heard of salaries starting out in Charlotte that could be 75 plus for a residential or commercial paralegal. So it varies quite a bit.
What is something that high school students can do now that will help them for looking into this field?
Definitely recommend job shadowing if that's a possibility. It really gets you in the office or wherever the attorney may be working or paralegal, so that you can really get an understanding of what's going on. And then further along, if you're in college, there are positions available at a lot of law firms to serve as like a runner, which gets you in the office and gets you to, a lot of times that position's mostly made up of running errands and assisting within, but it really helps you to kind of get an understanding of what's all going on. And I would say, looking back for me, I wish I would have known about that then, because I think I would have learned a lot sooner in life that this might be a good fit for me and that I would really enjoy it.
What type of advice would you have for some of our students?
Sure. Well, I really highly encourage job shadowing and taking the opportunity that you have to go. And if there's something you think you might be interested in, going and learning more about it and trying to experience it, pros and cons of it. I know that I thought when I was a freshman in college, I wanted to be a nurse, and I just changed my whole schedule, was geared up to take nurse classes. And I had someone recommend to me to go and job shadow, and I did, and I didn't make it through the whole day. I knew pretty quick that it was not for me, and I was really grateful for that opportunity to see that, and I still was able to change up my course load and switch gears a little bit, but I think it can really play an important role in helping you to see if it really is something that you want to do once you're in there.
That's great.